Hey guys, welcome to Darrell Intense. I'm Darrell, and today is day 2 of my build of a collapsible backpacking wood stove that would make any winter tent, large enough winter tent, a hot tent. And so I saw a guy online who had built one, and I made a few modifications to it. And so let me show you what we're building. It's all made out of furnace duct end cap. Okay, and this is 8-inch by 14-inch, and it all holds together. And so 8-inch by 14-inch, those are basically the dimensions, and it all holds together based on these two wing nuts on each side. So 4 wing nuts hold the whole wood stove together, and it can be taken apart just as easily, collapse down on top of itself, fit into a backpack, and be carried as a part of your winter camping gear. And so what I'm working on today is the door. I want to put the door in, so let me get this all squared away and change my camera angle, and we'll get started. Okay, so as you can see, I've taken off 2 of the wing nuts off of the rods, and you can see how it all works together. So these metal rods go all the way down to the other side, and really it's that holds the whole thing together. So as I work on the door today, let me get just kind of set this part aside. And the first thing I want to do is cut the hole. All right. Now what I've got in mind, the bigger picture that I've got in mind, and this is one of the modifications that I put together with regard to what Dave's Bullets and Real Survivor had put together, is this is a piece of, it's called mica quartz. Mica quartz. It's very thin, paper thin, but it will handle temperatures of 1600 degrees. And so I'm going to set this as a window so that I can see what's going on and how the fire is actually doing, and honestly just make for a nice ambiance in the tent. So this can be cut with scissors, as a matter of fact, and I'll show you the whole process as we go along. But the first thing that I want to do is figure out the size of the door. Now, I've been based on the research that I've looked into, as well as based on Dave's recommendations. I'm gonna show you what I've put together. So what I'm doing is I'm going to measure from 6 3/4, once there, and once there, and then I'm going to come down 2.5 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to come over 1.25 inches, and down here 1.25 inches, and then over here I want this edge to be 1.25 inches. And these are roughly the dimensions that Dave was also utilizing, and he had a really good draw on his fireplace. Okay, so that's the hole that I'm cutting. Now let me take a drill. I'm going to drill the 4 corners, and then I'll take a jigsaw and work the cuts. Okay, so with that being done, now we're ready to think about the outer door. I actually just want to cut this right about here, just off the top. So if I measure, it's basically 6 inches. If I cut that at 6 inches, I should be good. So I've drawn that line, and now I'm going to take some 10 snips and see if I can do a cleaner cut. So that this should open and close just like this. So next I'm going to connect a couple of hinges. Okay, so I'm going to put this hinge on as well with pop rivets. So what I'm doing is using a pop rivet and then a washer. And then finally we're going to put the door on here, and so this is where it all comes together and where the rubber meets the road. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up so that I can hook it with screws. And I'm going to want to use screws because they'll actually be the last things that will go in as I put the whole thing together. All right. And I'm going to use 1/4-inch screws, so I'm actually going to want this to be just a tad bigger than 1/4 of an inch. The way that I'm going to do it is the way Dave did it. I'm going to only attach the door to this end cap, and I may need to drill out these holes that are in the sidewall of the firebox a little bigger to be able to absorb the screw heads, and the end cap still fit tightly. All right, now let's see if it'll all go back together. Okay. Well, we've got a door, and it fits, and it hooks, and we've got another step done. Next time, we'll come together, we'll put the window in the door, and see how all that comes together. Thanks for joining me for build number 2 on the backpacking collapsible wood stove, making a hot tent. And next time we get together, we'll continue the project. If you like what you're seeing, please smash that thumbs up like button. And if you'd like to join me for all of my journeys, just click on the subscribe button, and also on the main page right next to subscribe is a bell. And if you click on the bell, it'll notify you every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching. God bless.